Summer, the magical time of the year when the sun lovingly tries to kill you and walking to the mailbox feels like crossing Mordor in flip-flops. It's the season of sunscreen, sweat, and pretending you like going outside, while in reality everyone just looks at you weird, knowing full and well winter is the best time of the year. But hey, at least the days are longer, so you can suffer in the daylight even more. But with summer comes summer vacation. I'm not in school anymore, so let's just ignore this for this video. And it was never truly summer vacation until a particular TV special aired. That's right, I'm talking the Fairly OddParents School's Out, the musical. Everyone remembers the Fairly OddParents, right? Not that one. What even is that? There we go. The show revolves around Timmy Turner, an average kid that no one understands. But the doom and gloom up in his room is broken instantly by his magical little fish who grants his I'm just gonna stop right there. Timmy is a boy who's constantly dealing with so many problems in his life, whether it be his terrible parents, the school bully, an evil babysitter, or even a crazy teacher. Everything changes one day when he gets to meet Cosmo and Wanda, his new Fairly Godparents, who have the ability to grant any of his wishes. It was a fun show that lasted for about 10 seasons before it got cancelled by Nickelodeon. But today we're focusing on what I consider to be one of the best episodes of the series, Season 4's School's Out, the musical. The episode, which premiered on June 10th of 2005, 20 years, oh my gosh, follows the kids of Dinsdale as they are eagerly counting down the minutes till the first day of summer vacation. The same thing is also said about the fairies, as they are excited to spend the whole summer with their god kids without having to worry about school. School finally releases and the kids begin to wreak havoc across town, annoying all the adults. The adults demand answers from the mayor but get interrupted by Flappy Bob. He proposes a summer camp for the kids known as Flappy Bob's Camp Learnatorium. The parents, of course, are all on board with Flappy as they begin to drop their kids off. While there, Timmy runs into the Pixies, magical creatures who are similar to fairies but mostly treat their magic as a business model. We meet HP and Sanderson, who convince Timmy the root cause of all their problems are adults. This leads Timmy to wishing that kids could rule the world, but this causes a major problem. Kids now have all the power in the world, so there's no reason for them to have fairy godparents. That leads Jordan Von Strangle to call and pull back all the fairies on Earth back to Fairy World. Timmy is now without Cosmo and Wanda when he is suddenly greeted by Flappy Bob. Flappy is angry with the changes Timmy has made as well as destroying Camp Learnatorium. Flappy is confused as he was taught that things were dull and boring were fun. Timmy questions who could have possibly have taught him that, in which the Pixies reveal themselves as their masterminds behind a 37-year-long plan revolving around Flappy Bob. They rescued him when he was a baby after his parents shot him from a rocket, it was all good intention, from their train to save him. The Pixies helped shape his life from his clown behavior to pushing him through law school. The Pixies tempt Flappy into signing a contract that will change the world to his control, whilst also secretly giving Pixies complete control over Fairy World. He signs the contract and the world is changed into a similar setting of Camp Learnatorium. The Pixies gain control of Fairy World, changing the entire world into a business empire. Cosmo and Wanda try to escape, but only Wanda is able to make it out while leaving Cosmo behind. Wanda searches out to find Timmy while we see Flappy Bob overhearing that the Pixies tricked him. Wanda finds and rescues Timmy, and then Timmy runs into Flappy Bob again, who reveals himself as the clown that he's always been acting like. Flappy reveals to Timmy a loophole in the contract and they work together to bring fun back to Dinsdale. The Pixies then ping down back to Earth to try to put an end to all the fun and confront Flappy. Flappy is of course angry over being lied to, but the Pixies don't care whilst bringing up the contract that he signed. Flappy then points out the loophole, showing that the world would be safe and defined by Flappy Bob's definition of safe. He then shows that he wants everything back to normal, thus ruining the contract and the Pixies' plans. The contract is torn and the world is back to normal, and the fairies regain control of Fairy World. The episode ends with Flappy finally getting reunited with his parents and of course going out on a huge musical number. The episode is very fun and full of a lot of good jokes, but what about the songs? I mean, this is a musical after all. The songs, guys, are really good. I'm like, come on, they're really good songs. The episode, as the title implies, is a musical. So how are the songs? There are 11 songs in total in this special, and what I like most about all of these songs is that none of them really feel out of place. Every one of them progresses the story in their own way. First, we have Kids Just Being Kids, which sets up how rowdy the kids are destroying the town in their summer vacation, being caused by the Pixies. Get Flappy has Flappy Bob convincing the parents to drop their kids off at Camp Learnatorium. Adults Ruin Everything sets the premise of Timmy wishing for kids to rule the world. The Pixie Rap shows the Pixies' intentions and their moods and what they are doing. 10 and In Charge shows how the kids really don't have a need for fairies anymore since they rule the world. Pull Back the Fairies has Jorgen bringing all the fairies back to Fairy World so any god kid couldn't reverse the Pixies' plans. Where's the Fun has Timmy and the Pixies battling against each other to try to change Flappy's definition of fun. Floating with You distracts Jorgen so Cosmo and Wanda could escape Fairy Prison. Unfundamental shows how both Earth and Fairy World are dealing with their problems with the Pixie takeover. We then get a reprieve that basically combines all of the previous songs into a fun catchy tune spreading fun across Dimsdale to lure the Pixies down back to Earth. And finally we have our closing number, which is a reprieve of Kids Just Being Kids. As I said before, none of these songs feel out of place, and they all serve their purpose in their story. My personal favorites are Get Flappy, Where's the Fun, and Floating with You. Get Flappy is so bouncy with this music and it's really fun. Where's the Fun reminds me of a rock opera-esque type song and it goes harder than it has any right to. And Floating with You, despite it being played off as a joke, is still a very sweet love duet between Cosmo and Wanda. Like,
I saw her and no other. Oh, and that part with the fingerprints. Fingers aren't shaped like that. That is love.
yeah, what he said. I can't necessarily say I don't like any one of them. They're all really good in their own right. Though if I had to rank them all from least favorite to most favorite, I would do 10 and In Charge, Adults Ruin Everything, Unfundamentals, Kids Just Being Kids, Pull Back the Fairies, The Pixie Rap, The Reprieve, Get Flappy, Floating with You, and Where is the Fun? It was really fun revisiting this episode and is still an enjoyable one after 20 years. It's a fun story, the songs are really catchy, and good humor is seen throughout the episode. It's interesting to see Flappy never really make a return in the show at any point, considering this wasn't like a movie or anything. There are tons of great episodes of the Fairly OddParents, but this is easily one of my favorites. The full episode is available on YouTube for free if you're interested. Growing up, it never really felt like summer vacation was official till I saw this episode air for the first time. And now, 20 years later, that is still the case.